Oh, we gonna talk some boxing. Yes, we got a great fight this weekend, super welterweight 154. Yes, Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Erickson Lubin. Yes, great fight. And it's starting to heat up. Last couple months of the year, November, December, we got Devin Haney, Brian Norman coming up. You got David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. So got some good fights coming up. And I'm looking forward to it. And I got to give my breakdown, my prediction for Vergil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin. Yes, you follow my content. Vergil Ortiz is one of my favorite fighters. You know that. So, but I call this boxing shit right down the middle. Yes, these boxers do not pay me, all biases aside. Yes, they start paying me. Maybe I start paying, playing favorites, with these fighters. But nope, I call it right down the middle, and let's break it down. Yes. Vergil Ortiz come in at 23-0, 21 KOs. Yes, and he did lose that fight to Sergey Boychuk. Yes, let's be real. Let's be real. He did lose that fight, but we all know some fighters, they get this skip by sometimes. They get that break. Vergil Ortiz, he got that break for sure. But he gonna come to fight. We know that. He gonna come to fight. He's orthodox fighter, Vergil Ortiz Jr. And I like Vergil Ortiz Jr. because he just won the fight. He gonna bring it. He won the box. He's gonna bring it, And he's always gonna be an exciting fight, Vergil Ortiz. He's always gonna be in an exciting fight because he's gonna bring the fight. He's gonna come forward. He's gonna let his hands go, and he's gonna throw bombs. Vergil Ortiz Jr. He's gonna throw bombs. So he's always been one of my favorite fighters and one of the more exciting fighters. So Erickson Lubin, he come in at 27-2, 19 KOs. And he hasn't been as active. He hasn't been as active. His two losses come to Jermell Charlo and Sebastian Fundora. He'll come in as a southpaw, and he hasn't been active, like I said. So I look for Vergil Ortiz to try to jump on him early. Yes, Vergil Ortiz, he likes to press the gas, and try to get on you early, because he lets his hands go. He wants you to feel that power, Vergil Ortiz. So I look for him to try to jump on Erickson Lubin early with him being inactive, I guess you could say, for the most part. Fought like 2 fights in 2 years, basically. So I look for Vergil Ortiz to try to, jump on him early, throwing a combination of punches, And I look for Erickson Lubin to actually try to pick his spots. Look for Vergil Ortiz to, make some mistakes and try to counter, because he is the hammer, So I look for him to, try to pick his spots. And I think this is going to be this fight is going to pick up a lot towards the second half of the fight, around 5-6 on when Erickson Lubin, he really warm up, because like I say, he hasn't been the most active fighter, if we want to be real. So once he warm up, and really get going, I really see the second half of this fight almost being like a slug out. It's going to be a slug out, The second half of the fight will really be interesting. So that's when you'll see, the bombs flying. Second half of the fight. You'll see the bombs flying. But Vergil Ortiz is going to bring it from the jump. You'll see Erickson Lubin more so playing defense, trying to protect himself. See what Vergil Ortiz got. Then around 4 or 5, you're going to see Erickson Lubin really pick it up. Because Vergil Ortiz, he's going to come out the gate and try to jump on Erickson Lubin. He is. And I look for this fight to somebody's getting stopped. And I think somebody's getting stopped. And I think this fight is closer than what people think, especially if Erickson Lubin was more active. This would be a really, really tough fight to call. And it still is a tough fight to call. But somebody going to get stopped. I got Vergil Ortiz getting by a knockout. Somebody going to get stopped. It's that type of fight. It's going to be ending in a knockout. I got Vergil Ortiz as a knockout. I do. This is that type of fight. We want to be real. They're going to be throwing bombs, man, especially that second half of the fight. It's going to be some knockdowns for sure. I think it's going to end in a knockout. I don't think it's going to the scorecards. I don't. And both of these fighters, they got a lot, that they want to accomplish going forward. Vergil Ortiz, he's been linked with boots and things like that. Lubin, he want to get his name back out here, get more active. So it's a lot on the line for both of these fighters, if you want to be real. It is. As far as, them going forward and things like that. So I look for Vergil Ortiz. Round 9, 10, it's going to be a stoppage. It is. It's going to be a stoppage. This fight will end in knockout. Mark my words. It will end in knockout. Because it's going to be a slugfest. Like I say, second half of the fight, they're going to be throwing bombs, man. They're going to be throwing bombs. And somebody's going down. But it's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be fun while it lasted. It's going to be a great fight. But I got Vergil Ortiz pulling through. Got my prediction, for the big fight tomorrow. And I'm going to be locked in. You'll catch my reaction after the fight. But comment, like, subscribe. Best way you can help me. Share the video. If you're entertained, hit that cash. And this is what I do. Knock another one out. Bah, bah, bah. Let's get it.